don't know what they put in the Wicked movie, but it seems to be sending every theater kid on the planet insane.
Conquering my stage fright by singing in a crowded theater. Preparing for the big finish.
That's right, fans of Wicked, the musical, not the website, are singing in cinemas. Hey dude, if your body is telling you not to sing in a cinema, that's not stage fright. That's your soul telling you that it would be incredibly disrespectful to everyone around you.
Not me getting emotional.
You're getting emotional. Mate, if I was having a nice time at the movies with my family and I got distracted by someone selfie recording themselves in the cinema, I would make my wife and kids very emotional when they see what I do to you.
Here goes nothing. Hold it.
Oh my God. Could you imagine sitting near that person? He's even going, the people in front of me turned around like he's nervous. Like you are ruining the experience for everyone around you by being selfish to overcome your stage fright when there's not even a stage. A cinema is not a stage. It's a cinema. Be quiet. If I saw the musical live on stage, which I have, and saw someone next to me singing, I would grab them and put their head inside the animatronic dragon so it chops. Sorry, I got really upset and forgot that I was on YouTube. So whatever I said there can't be posted online.
Messed up. Wait for it.
Oh, he's not going to do the last one.
Nailed it.
Oh my God. Sitting there by himself. No one came to the cinema with him. That's why he's so nervous. And that's also why no one came with him, because they're like, dude, we're not going to see Wicked with you. You're going to bust out a bad note. Absolutely not. How embarrassing. Stage fright wasn't holding you back from doing that, man. It was just a little shred of decency you still have in there. Today, we're going to take a look at the insanity surrounding the Wicked movie, the press tour, the controversies, the products that link to adult sites, everything, including the behavior of insane theater kids that put way too much value on a movie of a musical. I'm Lewis Spears. Welcome back to the review. Like, subscribe, and let's break it down.
And I can share them.
And if you need to cry right now, you cry.
Yeah. And
Why is every single clip I watch of these two, they're having a breakdown? Like, I know a trauma bond when I see one, all right? They are always crying and helping each other cry and inciting the other one to cry. I don't know what happened on that set, but I imagine there's going to be a couple of books written about it in a few years when the NDAs expire.
in Green, yes, I loved playing this character, but every time I took the makeup off, I loved who I was even more. So I've come away feeling really beautiful.
Honestly, I don't think it's that deep, all right? You played a magical green creature. I didn't see Mike Myers crying in every press interview after he did Shrek. You know, when I was in the recording booth pretending to be Shrek, enjoying the smell of his own farts, I realized that maybe we should all enjoy the smell of our own farts.
This is also my first time ever doing a jump.
You
You're
have been the
amazing,
light
you're
of the
amazing.
day. You are
truly-
such a gift.
You brought such light into the room. Thank you very much
We appreciate
for coming
you.
into this room today.
Not only the two actresses who were the main characters of the film, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, crying in every single interview, the interviewers are crying as well. There seems to be a coordinated marketing effort to find the most mentally unwell women and put them in a room and film them crying with each other. I swear, every interview these two do together, it just reminds me of that scene from Midsummer. Actually, you know what? This would just be my reaction if some theater kid dork started singing 3 rows in front of me. There are dozens of clips of these two crying mid-interview. Like, literally, there are 10-minute plus compilations of them just sobbing mid-interviews with strangers who are asking them, generic questions like, well, what did it feel like wearing that much makeup? And they just start sobbing for some reason. But the strangest one, by far, is this clip because the question makes no sense and the answer makes even less.
This week, people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
What does that mean? Holding space and holding power, listening to Defying Gravity. Also, neither of these women wrote that song, nor are they the first women to perform this song, nor is this the first time the public has heard this song either. Everyone knows the lyrics to this stuff going into the movie, What does holding space even mean? And why is she having such a big reaction? I had no idea that people were holding space. I've got a better reaction. What the fuck does holding space mean?
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful. That's what I wanted.
I feel like I'm watching interdimensional cable. What is going on? What do you mean that's what you wanted? What do you want out of your Wicked movie experience? I just want people to hold space with the song that somebody else wrote for me. Like, what does that even mean? And what do you mean you've seen someone else holding space? I didn't know people were doing that. Oh yeah, I've seen it. That's like my little cousin saying he saw aliens once. I don't believe you, brother. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, I didn't know that was happening either, mainly because I don't know what holding space means, and I don't think any of these women do either. Also, keep an eye out for my favorite little detail of this clip. Ariana Grande seemingly emotionally exhausted from a full day of sobbing with her co-star and hugging and holding and hand touching. She instead opts for, like, a shallow smile and a little finger hold.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread.
Oh my God, I had no idea that was happening. And then the interviewer is immediately backtracking because even she realizes that it's probably not happening in whatever way Cynthia has interpreted that to mean. So she's going, I've seen a couple of posts.
I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread, but I am in queer media, so.
Oh my God, I had no idea people were doing this. Yeah, I've seen some posts. Also, I'm in queer media. Like, this is a fever dream. You know what? I'm getting an idea from this. I've got a tour coming up in 2025. Tickets are on sale now. And I figure instead of just telling you to click the link or check my website, I should just start crying whenever anyone asks me a question like, what's your favorite food? I really like spaghetti bolognese. Please come and see me live in 2025. Loosebeers.com. We got Perth in January, then I'm going everywhere else. Get your tickets. As strange as the press junket that Ariana Grande and Cynthia are doing for Wicked, their male co-stars are going through something even weirder. I don't know what's going on in this clip with Jeff Goldblum.
Look how fantastic. Look, and that powder blue sock, which is one of my favorite colors.
Cool outfit, bro. Do you want to have sex later? What is going on?
I'm going to give you this one.
Are we just drinking it, or?
Yeah, the boys are clearly having a lot more fun than the girls. Blowing bubbles with the fellas, that looks sick. Meanwhile, over in Trauma Bond land, two women crying while very concerned about a helicopter hovering overhead. What is this, Gaza? I think a big reason why all of these clips look so insane is because I think genuinely they got the most unhinged people to interview Ariana and Cynthia to elicit these reactions. I mean, have a look at this question from this journalist. It's weird as hell.
Friends, met each other, found each other. I'm in a relationship because of it, through your fandom.
I'm in a relationship through your fandom, and she's like, ooh, that's not gonna last.
My girlfriend, she took her two little girls last night, 5 and 7 years old, and I've written down what they said. At the end of it, they said, you have to be good and you have to be kind to everybody.
Whoa.
And she is a good witch.
Yeah, that's the message.
By far, some of the strangest moments in the press junket happened, of course, in Australia.
It's that impact.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Why are they crying at a child picking up on a moral message of like a kid's film?
She is a good witch.
If kids can feel that, then
Yeah.
I watched it, and the message is you shouldn't be a bad person and you should be good.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Why are these women acting like they're in Schindler's List or something? I'm pretty sure the people that have done horrible movies like Saving Private Ryan, movies about terrible subject matter like Schindler's List, are not crying in press junkets like this. So why are the fairies? I know. I'm sorry I'm being negative. I'm just very upset that they didn't have actual midgets do the munchkins. Anyway, back to Australia.
I want to look you both in the eye and say you did it. You really did it. This film means so much to me, and there are so many millions of kids like me.
Kids like me. 1 second. Let's Google M. Rusciano age. 45.
from an alpha bar, from an autistic alpha bar. Oh my God, you did it. I want to look you both in the eye and say you did it. You really did it. Thank you so much. From a nerdy theatre kid who was othered at school my whole life.
From an autistic alphabet that was othered. Oh my God, how dramatic. Anyway, speaking of othering, let's Google M. Rusciano, shall we? Staff of 2Day FM's breakfast show are reportedly refusing to work with host M. Rusciano, while her own co-host is allegedly not speaking to her off air. According to the Daily Telegraph, some of the staff have already left the show while others are actively looking for new work. Things are at breaking point. People cannot work with her energy. Damn, I wonder if Alphaba created a work environment that was so toxic all of her staff started to quit around her.
Thank you so much.
The main characters are crying, the interviewers are crying, staff of the interviewers are crying because of the staff's behavior. Even the director of the movie is crying.
I'm not going to cry because that's their job to cry. I'm just going to describe the moments.
We can cry together if you...
Moving on from all the crying, the marketing for this film has been full of controversy. This all started when the poster was released. Now, the poster for the musical was animated. It was a cartoon, and it covered Alphaba's eyes. But for the movie, they decided to show Cynthia Erivo's full face. It helps with marketing. Better decision to promote the film. Some fans saw this and took it upon themselves to re-edit the poster to make it more in line with the musical version. This, for some reason, upset Cynthia so much. She took to Instagram to tell people to stop it. This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen, equal to that awful AI of us fighting. What's that? I gotta look that up now. Oh my God, that's horrifying. I don't like these AI videos. They terrify me. Keelan, if you can be bothered, freeze frame that and then do an AI fight. If you can't be bothered doing that, just leave in this take. None of this is funny. None of it is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. I don't know, man. It just looks like some fans having fun with the poster to make it more like the musical. It's still your face. They put some red lipstick on you. That's like they haven't done anything terrible. The original poster is an illustration. I am a real-life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes, especially if those eyes are full of tears 24/7. Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful. Is it really hurtful? I feel like it's just fans having fun. Imagine being like the theater nerd that made that and they were really proud of it. They were going, look, I had fun with it and I made the movie poster more like my favorite musical poster. And then the lead actor calls you evil. You would be crying almost as much as Ariana Grande would be when you ask her, how are you, in an interview. But even more hurtful than anything that could be done to a poster is the lead actress of a musical encouraging people to sing in the cinema.
Have you weighed in on whether or not it's okay to sing in the theater? Because a lot of people are singing in the theater. Good. You're okay with it?
I'm okay with it. We spent this long singing it ourselves. It's time for everyone.
Sing in the theater, Wicked fans. You sing.
No! Wrong! No, absolutely not. Do not sing, all right? You might want to hear people sing. I want to fucking watch you sing. You're the singer. She's one of the most amazing singers I've ever heard in my life, and so is Ariana Grande. I'm paying money to see them sing, not some fat guy next to me who can't. You might be wondering, am I overreacting over this? How many people are actually singing or doing this type of stuff in cinemas? Well, as we know, in America especially, cinema etiquette has gotten out of hand. People can't stay off their phones. People love to chat and talk. People love getting up and walking around, and that's been bad enough. But now, people really are coming to Wicked to sing. To the insufferable singers ruining everyone's Wicked experience from day one, you wouldn't sing in the theater. Why are you singing in the cinema? Shut the fuck up! I agree 100%. You would not sing if you saw the actors live on stage doing the musical because you would disrupt everyone around you and the performers themselves. The same is true of the cinema. You're just not disrupting the people performing it, but you are ruining it for everyone around you. It's so rude. But even worse than this is people pulling out their phones to record segments of the movie like it's a music concert, which is so much more disruptive than doing that at a music concert, which is annoying enough, but I understand you want to save the memory, but filming the screen of a cinema, like, we used to arrest people for that, and we need to go back to doing that. But even worse than filming the screen is pulling out your phone to film someone else watching the movie to put their reaction on social media to go viral, including, in the background, dozens of strangers who are not consenting to be filmed at a cinema. maybe I'm a bad person, but if I was in a cinema and the guy in the chair next to me was fucking rocking back and forth and shaking the whole row, I would stand up, grab him by the legs and lift them over the top of his head so that he ended up in the row behind him and covered in popcorn and Pepsi and many other things that I can't say on YouTube. That would set me off so much. And then after I did that, if I looked over at his friend and saw that they were filming the whole time, they'd be next. God, nothing upsets me more than people clapping at the cinema. That's actually, no, that's not true. One thing upsets me more, people clapping when the plane lands. That's worse. That upsets me a lot. Unless there was really heavy turbulence and like we lost an engine. In that case, a polite champagne clap is fine, but clapping just because the pilot landed, I'm going to flip out. I'm getting out my Burger King crown. I also love these clips of just people filming people they know, but then just pulling the camera back to film strangers. Hey, look at this! Look at this! Look at this woman crying! 9.7 million views. We gotta stop making strangers go viral for just leaving the house and doing nothing. These people don't need to be observed like they're zoo animals, bro. This has gotten so bad that AMC, one of the biggest theater chains in America, has put up signs that say no singing at Wicked. Finally, someone with some sense. God, if there was singing in my cinema, I would become the prime minister of this country just so I could start martial law and executing people for doing this. I would not be able to work in a cinema because I would be fired very quickly when people exhibited this behavior in public spaces. I do think, though, that maybe if these people are desperate to sing while watching the movie, that they should have screenings where singing is allowed. Like, we need to quarantine these freaks from the rest of us. That's what I think. And then maybe halfway through the film, you lock the doors and some gas starts seeping. Honestly, what do you guys think about singing in cinema or this type of behavior in the cinema or even at the musical if you were seeing it live? I personally think it's crazy. Do you think I'm crazy or a bitter person for thinking this? I have such a strong reaction to it and I know you do. I want to know what you think. Who's right? Leave a comment. That's it. All right.